Hey guys, welcome back to the JPM Performance channel. Today we're working on yet another rear shelf on a Miata, 4NF production Miata. But this one's a little different. This one has the battery sitting in here along with the fire system because this car actually has a fuel cell, and so there's no room up there, so the battery's sitting back here. So we can't just attach this rear shelf permanently. So what I just purchased was a new Air Rivnut kit, and I am super thrilled with how this works. Thought I'd share it with you guys, show you exactly what's going on. So let's take a closer look. So as you can see here, we have some panels that can be permanent, but back behind here we have a battery and a fire system, and not everything can be permanent here. So we need to install Rivnuts. Now you can see I've already installed them over here, but I have another car over next to us here that we can also take a look at. So here's our panel that will slip over here. It will actually slip under on this side, like that. Slip over on this side. Once I drill these out, we can then put bolts. I'm going to put in some nice stainless button heads, and then if the customer ever needs to get into this battery, take the bolts out you go. So there's always a place for a different type of insert. So let's go over here and I'll show you this tool that I'm really high on today. I'm really digging it. Check it out. So this one is an Astro PRN1. It simply hooks up to air. You've got some adjustment here for the amount of pressure. And of course you can get all sorts of different size inserts. These are steel 6mm by 1.0. You can buy them from a bunch of different places. These are Marson Industries makes these. I just buy them in bulk like this. And so what you end up doing here is opening up the hole. So this particular car has a windscreen that will cover this whole area here. So we need to be able to get that windscreen off easily. Some guys will use Zeus fasteners. The problem with a Zeus fastener in this situation is this is double wall. I can't get in here to actually install the spring on the back side. So what we're going to do is we're going to install a Rivnut. So a couple things to be aware of. After you make your hole, make sure that you deburr it so that you don't have steel sticking up. You want this Rivnut to sit flat. So when it goes in this hole, if you've got shards of what you drilled, it can be off, and next thing you know, you're not sitting flat. So this is super simple. You get it nice and flat, and then it's got this cool knob in the back. Pull it off, and you have a perfect 6mm threaded insert right here. We'll do one more over here just to give you another idea. So all of these inserts can be replaced with different sizes. This one came with about 6 different sizes, from 6mm all the way up to 3/8. So I have this one ready already as well. Sometimes you got to be a little persuasive, get it good and flat. Out it comes. So back in the old days, when I say old days, I mean like yesterday, before I had this tool, they make them that are hand crankers, kind of like a regular rivet tool, and you have to crank it, tighten it up and crank it, and you never really get the amount of power. And sometimes as you're cranking, you can get it off this way or this way, and it never sits flat like this. I have never been able to do these as pretty as these are. I am super stoked about this tool. Just wanted to share it with you guys. So if you want to take your Rivnutting to the next level, this is how you do it. They end up with this nice mushroom on the bottom, which has a serration. So when you go to tighten this down, this will not move. This is super tight, and you'll never have to worry about these. So I'm pretty stoked about this new tool that I just got. Hopefully this may interest you if you're doing any kind of custom fabrication like I do all the time. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you're having a great week. We'll see you next time on the JPM Performance channel. Have a great day.